The British military footprint to fight Islamic extremism is growing. So let's do a stock take of what it looks like at the moment. British Special Forces are still operating covertly in Iraq. They've been there for some time now, and that is about as much as we can say about them. In Baghdad, publicly, a team is embedded at the Iraqi army headquarters. They're advising and designing a training programme. Elsewhere, up north, there is a small team, around 50 or so, training the Kurdish Peshmerga in counter-IED methods, combat medicine, infantry skills, etc. That mission will probably grow. We expect it to double in size. It was supposed to be much bigger and much wider across Iraq, but quite honestly, the British government got cold feet with an election looming so close. Over the border, in Kuwait, just to the south, 6 armed Reaper drones are flying out of Ali al-Salem Air Base alongside the Americans. The Prime Minister has announced that more surveillance drones will be sent to the region to help with that mission. At Kritiri, Cyprus, busy place at the moment. 8 RAF Tornado jets are stationed on the island. Since last September, they've carried out more than 100 strikes on Islamic State positions. But only over Iraq, remember, not Syria. They're being supported by Voyager refuelling aircraft, and there is also a Sentinel plane there too, a long-range spy surveillance aircraft that can track the enemy over the battlefield. Another training mission that is set to get underway soon, this one towards the end of March, will be to help the Syrian moderate opposition in their fight against Islamic State and, of course, against the Assad government forces. Now, for obvious reasons, that training camp can't be held in Syria itself, so Jordan, a friendly country in the region, is the most likely location. Special Forces also operate in Kenya, particularly on the border with Somalia, on counter-terror taskings against al-Shabaab. They've been doing that for many years now. Also, indirectly helping the fight against Shabaab is a little training mission run by a unit of British soldiers in a place called Singo in Uganda. They prepare the UPDF, the Uganda People's Defence Forces, for deployment to Somalia. Nigeria, in West Africa, around 80 British military personnel are advising the government on the fight against Boko Haram. An additional 70 or so will be joining them in the coming months. And finally, here in the UK itself, the army was running a course for Libyan soldiers to fight Islamic insurgent groups in the failing North African state. But that course ended early and abruptly in a bit of a shambles, really, when the Libyan soldiers were sent home and some of them were arrested on allegations of assault. So, there we go. As far as the British military is concerned, a lot of training at the moment, but not a lot of fighting.